It's piss.
No, it's not. It's totally not.
I'm telling you, it's piss. Nothing
The,
just falls off a truck, especially not 18-year Macallan.
look, the guy totally looked legit. I mean, he had like, the city sanitation worker uniform on and everything. Besides,
Legit.
Lou would not lie to me. I've
Lou.
known him for a whole 30 minutes now.
Lou and lie both begin with L.
This is true. This is true. Are you looking for patterns in that? McAllen's right after L.
It starts with M, which means money because it's expensive.
That's correct.
And you got
Hold
this
on.
for
I'll
free.
just settle this argument right now.
You
Hold on.
got this
Hold on.
for free. That means it's not Macallan.
You hear a bottle opening.
It's piss.
Okay. It's piss.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you need to stop at the liquor store on the way over here and get a bottle of McAllen.
No, I just told you it's expensive.
Yeah. I'll give you the money once you get here.
No, you won't.
Oh, I totally will.
No, you won't.
I totally
No, you
will.
won't.
Come on.
I still get calls from Violet.
Well, I tell you what. I will open the door and let you walk through the botany lab. How about that?
What does this mean to me?
Money? You saw what was growing in there.
I'm not dealing drugs.
I didn't say you were dealing drugs, but it's
I'm not.
money.
I'm not. I'll get something.
Okay. All right. Maybe I can order some McCallum. Hold on. You hear him typing on the computer.
It's the U.S. You can't really buy it over the internet.
Says you.
You know what?
Have you tried that Amazon button?
I'm not gonna ask any more questions.
Have you tried that Amazon button yet? That thing's
No,
awesome.
they
Push
don't
that
sell
damn.
alcohol on Amazon.
Says who?
I'm not asking any more questions. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.
Casper hangs up.
Alex
And on,
hangs up.
and on the way, he will stop by the liquor store and he'll get something sensible like Doers.
Alex
That
will walk outside, wave down one of the kids riding on the street, and he will put put some money in his hand and say, "Hey, run down to the liquor store and get me a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue, and I will bring it back. And
how
I know
much
you
money
are
did you give
Smith.
him?
I'll make sure that you fail every class next semester if you don't come back with my liquor.
How much money did you give him?
A couple $100.
Okay, you're about 25 short.
Well then I'll give him 300.
Okay, that'll work.
There we go. Okay.
Uh, uh, all right, Prof. Sure.
He'll
Uh,
give him a wink and get and kind of patting him on the shoulder. How's that? How's biology going?
well, it's going.
All right now hurry back with that. I got people coming over.
Yeah, right.
Wait a minute.
And
He looks at him.
huh?
Ah, give me that money back. You're only 19. Give me the money. Give me the money. Come on, come on.
He'll like reluctantly hand you the $100 bills back.
Get out of here. You're lucky I don't fail you just for trying to break the law.
I'm going. I'm going. The
What the hell are you
pimply
doing
face
riding a Segway? This is not freaking UCLA. Get out of here, you hippie.
and off he.
So he'll put his hands in his pockets and he'll walk down the street to the liquor store. And he will probably run into Casper at the same liquor store.
I told you I had it. I was gonna get something.
Yes, but Casper, well, you said you didn't have much money, so I have more. So he
I have
walks over to the he'll walk over to the high-end Scotch area and just start perusing.
Casper's watching you as your hand starts pointing at various bottles, and once you point at some, he cringes. At others, his face straightens.
So he'll start playing because this is Alex. He'll start playing the hot cold game. He'll just kind of move his hand around, watching Casper's face.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah.
no.
Uh. Am I getting warmer?
He he makes a so-so gesture with his hand, waving it.
Uh. He'll move down towards like the $300 and $400 bottles of scotch.
He starts giving you a thumbs up.
Ah. Okay. He'll walk over and he'll pick up one of the bottles and he'll take a look around. He'll look at Casper's shirt, and then he pulls an Animal House and he grabs Casper's shirt and stuffs the bottle down the front of it.
No, this is not happening. He promptly pulls it out. No, no, and he puts it back on the shelf. No,
What, Casper?
no,
What are you doing?
no. And he starts walking out the door. I'm not doing
Did you
this
really
again.
try to
I'm
take
not
that?
doing this again.
What's going on with you?
Nope.
He'll walk up to the counter and he'll actually pay for it. After a few minutes, he'll walk out with Casper waiting for. Hopefully Casper's out there.
Yeah, and when you walk outside, he says, and it's Scott now.
Scott,
And you might want to change your name too.
why?
It's and he lifts his hands up and he's twiddling his fingers up. Magic.
He tries to hide a smile, and he'll take the bottle, and it's still in the brown paper bag wrapper, and he'll throw an arm around Scott, and he'll be like, "Well, see, you're assuming, Scott, that I haven't done that already years ago." And he'll flash him that winning
You son of a bitch.
smile, and then he'll throw him a wink. Come on, let's go drink.
Casper shakes his head and follows on to his crazy former professor.
So they'll make their way back to his office through the botany lab with the marijuana grow operation, and make his way to his back little office filled with books. And they'll go in and he'll pour each of them a couple of fingers of McCallum's and say, "So, what's been going on the last few days? Hadn't seen you in a while." He put his feet up on his desk.
You know how you took the next step and got in touch with the Euthanatos?
Yeah, I made a few calls. I've been going to a few classes as it is.
Well, I got in touch with someone that looks like I might be joining up with them. Haven't sworn myself in or anything, just taking the first steps.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, this is all kind of like a secret squirrel, got to know the secret handshake type thing.
Did you just say secret squirrel?
I did. Morocco mole. He gives you a wink.
He shakes his head. Whatever.
Come on, you remember the cartoon.
I do. I'm surprised you do.
What do you mean? I'm older than you are.
Yeah, that's my point.
Oh, are you saying that I'm so old that I can't remember things?
Possible.
Well, I have. The '60s was almost a blur. That's
Yeah,
that's legit.
yeah.
Um. So. Okay, well, tell me about these people you're with. I mean, you kind of met the people that I know. I know nothing about these people that you're.
Well, I'm not too sure how much I should say at this point.
Oh, well, that's legit. Don't get yourself in any trouble. Obviously.
No, no, they wouldn't let me leave until I picked a new name.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
serious.
Mm. Good people though.
They kind of josh me around a bit, but they're yeah, good.
You trust them?
He thinks for a second before finally nodding. Yeah, they seem up my alley.
Hmm. All right. He swirls some whiskey around and he'll sip at it. Hmm. All right. So what else? What else has been going on?
That's it. I've been holed up there doing a lot of reading.
Reading what? What are you reading?
Uh, uh, Stuff about demons.
Stuff about what?
Demons?
What are you doing? Wait a minute. Where is Casper? What have you done with him?
Listen,
He
like
would never be reading about demons.
no,
Never,
since
never, never, never.
since I awakened, okay, like everything is real. There's werewolves in Central Park, and
Yeah.
thank God the mayor's going after him. Like she must know something, because
Eh.
it's pretty crazy. Like right?
Well, I wouldn't put anything past a politician. You know,
Yeah, well, exactly,
there's
exactly.
got to be an angle. There's always got to be an angle.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've heard vampires are real. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
someone, your friend said that the Ninja Turtles are real, and then I was sitting down and I said, hey, Cat Scott,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Demons are probably real too. You know what, Scott? You should get on top of this. Learn as much as you can in case you ever come across one. So yes, I have been reading about demons.
We got to change that. Scott's not going to work for me.
No, it is what it is.
It's not going to work for me.
Too bad. You can call me Crane if you want. It's Scott Crane now.
Crane actually has a little bit of style. I mean, Scott doesn't sing. Scott's paper towels. Um,
Look, I got it from a
Scott is
book,
Scott
okay?
is a brown paper bag.
I
You
got it from a
know.
book.
Uh,
Someone internet searches it, they're gonna get the book.
hmm. Why not choose Ichabod then? I mean,
Because it's from
same
a
thing.
because it's that's a different book.
It is, but it's the
And
same thing.
I'm not going
If you're
around
gonna
calling myself Ichabod.
well, if you're gonna use that same,
Like that just screams fake. Like who names their kid Ichabod anymore?
who names their kid Scott anymore? I mean, come
Lots of
on,
people.
really? I mean, it's like it's like sign me up for the freaking minivan police.
Like
Have you
tons of
bought one of those too? Do you have your 2.5 kids yet?
his mouth just shuts.
He smiles. He's like, "What frat did you graduate with, bro?"
Name's not Chad.
He smiles. You could tell. You could tell he's pulling your chain so freaking hard, like with both hands.
Yeah, he was just letting you go on. That's why he shut up. Well,
I've been doing a little reading myself. I can't lie.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, what?
By the way, have you
Yeah,
met have you met Toasty?
Toasty.
Yeah. He walks over and he picks up a looks like a silver toaster that was sitting on a shelf, and he'll
Those are the
walk
things
over
that
and
were
he'll put it.
flying around Queens.
Oh yeah, he'll put it on the table.
Yeah, I shut my window.
Why?
I was
They're
not putting up with
great.
that. Was not putting up with that. Nope.
Hold on a second. Let me show you something. He'll take two pieces of bread and he'll put them in there and he'll push the thing down. You note that it's not plugged in. Shelby, have fun.
All right, the two pieces of bread disappear into the toaster. After approximately a minute of cooking time, let's see what comes out. Two more things come out. A can of Pepsi Cola, packaging in English that reads Pepsi Dragon Twist. You'll notice Pepsi does not produce this product. And a single pack of black chewing gum.
When you look back at Casper after the toaster has produced its contents, you see his head buried in his hands.
Alex takes him out and he'll put him right in front of him, like nothing's ever going. He's like, "Isn't that fantastic?" It talks too, but I haven't figured out how to talk to it yet. But I'm working on it. Thanks, Toasty, and he kind of pats the top of the toaster.
Makes a little ching noise.
See? Did you understand that?
uh,
I'm just
no,
asking. Well, okay, I'm just asking.
unless Shelby lets me make a oh, what is it's like a wits enigmas roll to understand it. If that happens,
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
okay.
That's the best thing ever.
I can't remember offhand if it's wits or intelligence. I'm just gonna go wits since it's lower. And enigma is 3. You know what?
The toaster said you're welcome.
I understood it.
What did it say?
It said you're welcome.
See, I told you. Toasty is the best. And you closed your window on that.
Casper downs the drink in his hand. One gulp.
Alex takes the Pepsi Dragon and starts to open it, looking at Casper. Got some more?
Let me just cool down for a second after the me understanding a ping. That's got
Ah,
to sink in. Okay.
all right. And he'll kind of put it back on the table. He'll pick up the Macallum and fill Casper's glass with some more whiskey,
I
and
speak
then fill
toaster.
his back up. So what else?
That's that's
That's it?
that's been my life.
Now, did you read the paper this morning?
You know what? I didn't.
Oh, you got to see this. And he'll kind of look around like uh Toasty, where did I put the paper? Uh uh
You hear another ping.
He looks at Casper.
Do I have to roll again or
Yep, make another roll.
okay? One.
You get the feeling maybe left?
Uh, Casper kind of motions his hand over to the left, somewhere around.
Huh? He'll look over. Oh, there it is. He'll kind of pull it out from between a book. He'll open it up and he'll put it right there on the desk between them. And he'll kind of pat the toaster again. Man, what would I do without you? How have I lived without you? Modern conveniences. You see this? This is Casper. This is
That's
it,
not
Casper.
modern.
Of course it is.
That's
Of course it is.
that's beyond the scope of time.
You got to open your mind, Casper. You're reading about demons, for heaven's sake.
Yes, and they are not modern.
You never know. But I'll leave that to you because I haven't read about them yet. But I got to borrow those books when you get done.
Ian, I don't know about that.
All right, we'll see. Anyway, again, not getting you in any trouble. You see him, he'll leaf through the paper and then he'll open it up and he'll say, "Did you see this? It's kind of interesting, don't you think?" And it's an ad for the haunted hotline.
Uh, what about it?
I don't know, I heard some kids in one of my classes today talking about it, saying that one of the kids in the class, you don't know, well, you don't go to the school anymore, but apparently one of the kids in the class that we haven't seen in like 3 or 4 days supposedly called this line and nobody's heard from him since.
So that means it's true.
Well, not necessarily, but
No, yes, it is. I just told you everything's real. It's true.
huh? You think so?
Yes, which means don't call it.
Um, hmm. Well, and you see him. He takes his phone off the hook and pushes a button, and it speed dials the number. He obviously had this planned.
While you have the receiver to your head, he grabs the bottle and he starts filling up his drink.
Oh, he didn't put it to his head. He just put it down on the tape and hit speaker.
Okay, well, while it's ringing, he's gonna grab the bottle and fill his drink.
And Alex is gonna raise his glass to you and tap yours. Adventure.
Yeah.
The phone line will ring exactly once before a whispering voice picks up. We will take vengeance on your behalf. What is your grievance?
That's fucked up.
Alex will press mute, and he'll look at Scott. Interesting.
Yeah,
What
that's
do you
fucked
think?
up. That's fucked up.
What do you think?
What do you mean, what do I think? I just told you. I don't have any grievances.
What do you mean you don't have any grievances? Everybody's got grievances.
There is no name in my head that I would give to that. Points at the phone.
How do you even know what that is? That could be some kid sitting in his basement making $3 an hour.
You know what? You told me a little about your family history. Surely you have a name.
I have several names.
Then go forth, because you're gonna do it anyway. And he makes a grand gesture as he says, "Go forth."
You see him; he's kind of tapping his fingers on his lips.
Scott starts drinking.
You see him reach over and he hits the speaker button, so he turns the speaker back on. May I ask who I'm speaking to?
You have called the haunted hotline. Should you have a grievance, you'll air it here, and we will take vengeance on your behalf.
Yes, I understand that. I was just wondering what your name personally was. I mean, if you're gonna be informed of my personal business, as in the person that or entity that I would like to cause vengeance upon, I just feel like we should at least know each other. As a matter of fact, why don't you come on over and meet my friend Scott and I. We'll have a drink, and you can discuss with us about this whole vengeance thing.
Scott starts making like a chopping motion in his throat, and he's shaking his head, mouthing the word no.
Scott would love to meet with you.
No, I wouldn't. I don't know enough about
Or
demons yet.
is that? I mean, I don't want to go out of protocol. Is that out of protocol for you guys?
I don't know enough about demons yet. If it's a demon, I'm screwed.
Alex makes that placating gesture with his hand. You know, that shh type thing.
There's a pause at the end of the line. This is unconventional.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of an unconventional kind of guy. Like I said, I don't want to get to cause any trouble. I just feel like if I'm going to, place someone or something in harm's way, that I should at least know who it is and, explain why I would want vengeance. I wouldn't want to take advantage of anyone.
You'll notice all of the lights in the house go out.
It's either a demon or a Japanese ghost. Either way, they're unreasonable.
Why would you say Japanese? And he'll reach over and he'll hit the speaker button to mute it again, even though it's useless. But he'll still do it anyway. And he goes, why would you say Japanese?
Because they're the scariest ones.
When did you go all racial?
Like, they're the ones with the phones and the videotapes.
You've seen The Ring too many times. What is going on with you?
It's all real.
So you're telling me that The Ring is real?
Probably.
So Sauron's going to come running down through the middle of campus and try to throw hobbits at us. Is that what you're saying?
He may be bound already, and we don't have to worry about him. They destroyed the ring in Mount Doom, so that was all real. Thread over.
So why are you messing with the lights?
But these things always have sequels.
Why are you messing with the lights?
I didn't
Turn
mess
the
with
lights back
Alex.
on. I know it's you. Anyway, you speak toaster for God's sake. And he'll reach over and
I
he'll hit
still
the
can't.
speaker. I apologize for that delay. I'm sorry. Um, I was just discussing with, you know, but you're welcome to come. And he'll actually reach into his desk and pull out another glass and pour it and slide it over towards the other empty chair in front of his desk. I poured you a glass. Um, it does need a few minutes to air, but you're welcome to come up over.
Oh no, you
What do you
gave it
think?
something.
What do you think, Scott?
You gave it something. Now it's got to give you something, and I'm scared.
Oh, well, it already offered to give us something. I thought I was just being polite, offering hospitality. That's what we gypsies do. And he winks.
It's the door.
You go answer it. You're the one that invited it.
Okay. Alex, he looks at the phone, then he looks at the door. He walks over and he speaks into the speaker on the phone. Is that you at the door right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I don't need to do this anymore.
Don't be
Uh,
rude to the ghost.
hello and bye. Okay. And he'll close the door. What do you think, Casper? Scott. I
I
mean, I
think
don't.
I think you've
I
done it.
lost my card with Ghostbusters phone number on it. What do you think?
The demons are literally knocking on your door. That's what I think. You've done it. Congratulations.
Well, he's gonna wink again. Adventure. Here we go. He walks over and he'll open the door. Yes.
You'll find that there is nothing standing in your doorway, although the area just around it is completely pitch black.
Hmm. He'll open the door wide and just leave the door open. You're welcome to enter. Please have a seat. Join us in a drink. He'll wander over and sit in his chair.
Casper will notice in the time that Alex has gone off to go and answer the door, a figure has sat down in the empty chair.
Casper stands up very quickly. Holy shit!
You have summoned me.
Casper points at Alex. He did.
She
Alex
looks
will look.
over at Alex.
Alex looks at the open door, then looks back at it, then looks at the open door, then looks back at it. Well, summon's a strong word. I mean, I just invited you over for a drink. But all right. And he looks out the door again as if, wondering if there's still something out there, and then we'll close the door. Then
An invitation is a summons of sorts.
he'll look over at the person or the entity, and then he'll see you see his hands kind of hovering near the lock, like, should I lock? I don't want a student coming in.
Lock the door.
Nah, makes sense. And he'll lock the door, and he'll walk back over and have a seat. So,
Casper's going to put on his reading glasses and activate Prime Sight.
All right, go for it.
Rolled a 5.
The figure that you see before you definitely has quite a bit more primal energy than your average person.
That's confirming what he probably already knew, but he had to check anyway because he's like that.
where is it? Okay, yep, he does have it. Okay, and of course, Alex is going to pick up his glass of whiskey and swirl it around slowly, and then he's gonna just kind of take a finger and nick his finger and just just enough to scrape the skin, not enough to have it actually have that drop appear, but enough to where there's a little bit of a little red showing. He's just gonna rub his pinky inside the whiskey and then look again, and he's gonna use spirit sight to look at her. And that's a 1.
First of all, take a point of paradox and get a headache. The thing that you see before you is totally a living, breathing person.
And Alex is like, oh. And you can see, Casper can see him almost. He almost sighs like there's a little bit of disappointment for some reason. It's like, well, what? How old does this person look? Like, is it a child? Is it a child?
Very nondescript, but I will say petite and for reasons over 18.
Okay. All right. He's gonna gesture towards the drink. No offense, you look kind of young. Are you old enough to drink? I don't want to get in trouble for um, offering alcohol to minors. We've already had enough professors get relieved from this university for that. And
I don't think she's going to report you to the cops.
Well, she may not, but those assholes down the hall in the frickin' psychology lab. They're always having their little experiments with female students. I mean, come on. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Please have a drink, and he'll pick up his glass and take a drink. She
looks down at the glass. Are you giving this to me?
Absolutely.
She will reach over, take it, and sort of shift it into her nondescript black robe where it disappears.
Hope it wasn't expensive.
Alex taps his mouth because, he's not the brightest. I mean, he's intelligent, but, even he knows that humans just can't do that. Well, you're more than welcome here. What should we call you? That's the polite thing. I am Alex. This is Scott. And you are?
Samara.
Samara. That's beautiful.
Casper tenses up and points at her. It's...
Alex is looking at him. Spit it out, Casper. Scott.
She's real. She's the one from the ring.
Now who's being dramatic, Casper? Come on. Scott. He looks, so Samara, so, I mean, all right, I'm just gonna, go straight to the elephant in the room. Why would someone as personable as yourself put an ad in the paper for something like this? I mean, I'm not trying to say that you can't do what you say you can do. Obviously, you can.
I'm so glad you were the one that called.
But I'm just trying to figure out why you would do this.
This is my job.
Your job? Who gave you this job?
She sort of stares at Alex like unblinking and totally blank.
It's just your... okay, so no one gave it to you, I'm assuming?
She just looks at him. It is my job.
Ah,
Her mom gave it to her when she threw her down a well. Well, gave it to her before then, when she was born, but then she threw her down a well.
he's gonna
She is now staring right at Scott.
He covers his
Alex.
mouth.
Alex looks at Scott, and he's kind of. It's almost he gets like almost like a sad look on his face. He's just like, Scott, you're embarrassing our guest. I'm sure she knows about her own story.
Mm-mm. He shakes his head and just goes, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
And he looks back at Samara. I'm extremely sorry. I apologize. You're a guest in my office, an invited guest, and I hope you weren't offended by Scott.
She doesn't look terribly offended. She
Okay.
kind of has the same, like, glassy, doll-eyed look as she's had the whole visit.
So, vengeance again. I understand it's your job. So, well, I guess I'm a little hazy. It's your job to uh, to commit vengeance, or is it your job to be a telephone vengeance operator?
I carry out the act of vengeance you request.
Okay, but I mean, it's not. I mean, you just, I mean, hopefully you understand. And he's kind of looking at Casper, for a little help here, but he's obviously not getting it as Casper sits there with his hands across his mouth. Um, I mean, this is out of the ordinary, at least from my. I mean, I've never heard ever of a entity of vengeance using a hotline.
You would have if you would have seen the ring.
We used to use scrolls left in the forest, but that's a bit archaic.
This is
Jesus
true.
Christ, she is a modern ghost.
I and he and at that Alex kind of reaches over and smacks Scott on the shoulder like, "See," you know, uh, alluding back to their earlier discussion about demons. Modern ghost, modern demons. See, I told you.
Just shaking his head.
So, Samara, you do this just for anyone who calls this number, and there's no. I mean, what do you look for in return? I'm not sure. I mean, everything has a price, as I've tried to explain to Casper. This is an excellent, excellent lesson in that.
When a request is made, I consider it. If it is chosen, then I will visit those who made the request.
Ah, I see.
The vengeance they desire. In return, they will suffer the same. There is always a price, and there is always balance.
That's completely understandable. Um,
Yeah, that sounds a lot like the. And he starts making a spinning motion with one hand. The wheel that you talk about.
no, Alex kind of his eyes kind of cut to Scott. And he gives him that kind of look like you don't see me sitting there throwing out all your dirty laundry.
I'm just trying to help.
Mm. Well, Samara, you're a lovely guest, and I appreciate you coming down here. Um, at this time, um, I mean, everyone has vengeance. No matter what my friend Scott says, there's always someone that you think that you need to commit some sort of vengeance upon. Um, as you say, it could be, any varying level from the guy that cuts you off in traffic all the way up to, I don't know, a ancient line of, you know, gypsies that are seeking to wipe out your entire family. And he'll
I,
smile as if like that's just the most normal thing to say in the world.
yep.
Um, so the reason but at this time I don't really see the need for your services. I was just interested in what you do, and to see if this was actually, as I said, I had never seen this before. Um, I hope I didn't. I mean, I wasn't trying to take you out of your way. I'm amazed that and honored by your presence in my home, or in my office, as it were. Which many nights it actually is my home. Kind of smile at Scott. Um, but unless Scott, do you have any vengeance that you would like Samara to excite for you?
Of course not.
No, not today. He's going to
No,
look
not
over it.
ever.
He's going to look over at Toasty. Toasty?
Oh God.
Ting!
And I looked it up. It's intelligence enigmas diff 7. Okay. Fluent.
You are fluent in Toaster. Toasty says that in due time all vengeance will be delivered and the scales will be balanced regardless.
He said all that in one ping.
Toasty knows how to get the most out of the least amount of words.
You know what? Casper goes white as a ghost when he hears Toasty say that.
And Alex just looks towards Casper. So what Toasty say? Do we need to rain vengeance on General Electric?
He says everybody's got it coming.
Nah. Wise beyond his circuits. See, I still can't believe you closed the window. He kind of shrugs at Toasty like, some people. And then he'll look back towards Samara. Can I get you anything? Um,
I'm surprised you haven't asked her how she does it.
that, you know, that's like, asking a magician how they do their tricks. It's just not done, Scott. It's just not done. Some
Fair enough.
etiquette, sir. Some decorum, especially in front of our guest.
Well, I mean, as long as you were being inquisitive.
I mean, we did invite her here.
You invited her here.
Well, this is true. This is true. And he kind of looks at her. He says, Samara, for the record, if there is one, Scott did not know I was going to invite you to come here. Are you happy now, Scott?
Well, you just lied to her. I knew you were going to do it as soon as you brought out the article.
Well, you didn't know I was going to invite her to come here, or did you?
You know what? I can put two and two together with you from now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Samara, he could put two and two together, as far as I'm concerned now, and knew that I was going to call you here. So, there you go. But again, my offer stands. Is there something I can get for you? I'm not sure. Has anyone ever offered to do anything for you?
No,
Is there something I can do for you?
no.
No? Hmm.
Do you enjoy your job?
It is what I do. It is what must be done.
How long
Well,
have you been doing your job?
She doesn't seem to have an answer for that.
Hmm.
Time immemorial, then.
Hmm. Interesting. You see Alex, he'll reach around. You see him pull one of his business cards off of his desk, and he'll slide it across to Samara. Well, if you ever need anything, Samara, I'm not obviously you can use a phone, so that's why I'm giving you a card with my number upon it. Not that you probably need it, but as a gesture, I'm giving you this. Fair enough.
Her hand slides out again and the card disappears. You have gifted me twice tonight. And then she looks over at Scott, who has gifted her exactly 0 times.
You know what? He has a business card in his pocket, and he looks at it, and it still says his old name, his real name.
Alex
And
will realize what has happened, and he will pull a pin out of his desk and slide it across the desk to Casper.
Casper will quickly scratch it out, write Scott Crane, and pass it or put it in front of Samara.
And she will take it as well. It will once again disappear into the abyss that is where clothes would be on a normal person.
And then he pushes his glass in front of her.
He also takes the glass, having stolen 2 nice scotch glasses today.
And then he puts the bottle of scotch in front of her.
She appears to have bottomless.
Alex looks offended at this point because he moved the bottle over there. He just kind of looks and he's like, oh.
Casper actually has one eyebrow raised, like he actually has ideas, but he's going to stop there.
Now, Alex will, if he notices, Alex will be intrigued by the fact that Scott has ideas, and he's going to kind of give him a look of, that. Go ahead, what you got?
And he purses his lips. He just shakes his head.
So Alex is not sure what he was going for, but he knows he's one gift down at this point, so he's going to kind of look around. He's looking around his office. He's going to open the top drawer of on the other side of his desk, and he's going to give a almost a slightly guilty. You can almost see a slightly guilty look towards Casper. He's going to pull out a small Ziploc baggie full of a green leafy material and slide it across the desk towards Samara.
Before you do that, I have to ask, does the toaster get toasted?
Does the toaster get toasted? What do you mean?
It's slang.
Toasty pig.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm
Toasty
sure that
ping?
yes, I'm sure that whenever Alex imbibes, he will give the toaster a couple of hits.
What did Toasty say?
Snitches get put in ditches.
See what you missed by closing that window? But Casper will slide the baggie of green leafy material across to her and say, "There, balance. We have both gifted you thrice this evening. As I recall," and he will smile that sparkling gypsy smile of his. Good things also come in threes. So, again, balance for you.
The green leafy substance will also disappear into the form of the ghost, and she'll nod approvingly.
So I'm sure you're very busy. We definitely thank you for your time. Casper, do you have any other questions for our dear guest?
Who was the last person that used your services?
Alex looks just flabbergasted.
If that's a rude question, I
He's
retract.
almost speechless.
The she'll think for a moment. Sylvia Brown. Alex will actually recognize this name as the girl from his class that called her.
Alex looks a little shocked, and he'll turn the newspaper a little bit towards Casper, and you can see his kind of finger pointing towards the article with the girl who's missing, and he kind of taps it a couple of times.
You see? You see?
Alex nods. He's like, "Fair enough, fair enough. Um, I understand. I'm sure you are very busy. I'm amazed that your phone hasn't rung since you've been here. Or are you not? Is there someone who handles the calls for you, and you just handle the other side, or are you able to do both at once?"
I am quite adept at multitasking.
Oh, I have no doubt whatsoever. Casper, but you, no doubt whatsoever. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. Um, so uh, we thank you again for coming and visiting with us and explaining your services. Um, Again, should you need anything, you have both of our contact information, and um, I, would like you to know that you're welcome to contact us. Well, you're welcome to contact me at any time. I don't want to speak for Scott. And he looks at Scott.
She also looks at Scott.
I'm sorry, what did I miss? Because someone just came to talk to me.
He said, basically thank you, and that he told her that she's always welcome to contact him at any time, but that he didn't want to speak for you.
Oh, uh, yes, yes. I gave you my contact info. You may use it. Yes.
And Alex smiles, and he'll look back at her and say, "Well, again, thank you for coming. Was there anything that you wanted to ask us?"
Why did you call?
Personal interest, at least on my part. I had never heard of such a service, and so I was just ensuring that it wasn't a prank. I'm quite happy to find that such a lovely person is behind that. I've enjoyed our time speaking together.
She'll sort of nod. She accepts this answer. Very well.
Again, as I said, I mean, every entity has interest in vengeance at one time or another. So, call it a preliminary introduction, as I said on the phone. Fair enough?
Fair. Should you require my services in the future, you have the phone number. Are you permitting me to leave this dwelling?
Absolutely. You can leave anytime you want.
And she'll stand up and she'll give them both a bow. And he
Alex will
will
scramble to his feet and return the bow.
Yeah, so will Casper.
she will walk around a corner and the lights will flicker 3 times and turn back on.
Alex will sit down. He'll pour Casper a double, and he'll pour himself a
It's
double.
gone. It's gone.
And Alex will raise his glass to his lips, and then he'll look at Casper.
The glass is
Kind
gone
of.
too.
Well, he'll get new glasses.
Okay.
He has a set.
Just want to be legit here, okay?
Absolutely. He never gave his glass up, but he'll put one out for Casper, who gave his up.
Yeah, you did.
No, he didn't. He had already poured her
Oh,
one.
yeah, it was the third one. That's right.
Yeah, she had her own.
Yeah.
So it's the fourth one, because it's a set of 4. He'll put it out there for Scott, and he'll pour him the double. And then he'll sit back. Well, that was a thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of anything like that?
Yes, in the movies.
I'm not talking about the movies.
Well, a character from a movie just sat in front of us.
I haven't seen that movie. I should probably see that movie.
You
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
But is it? You had a lot of information. Is it based in fact at all? See, I'm intrigued now by this entity that was just at our house.
You know what? I'd have to do research on the scriptwriter, see what he did.
Huh.
But it was originally a Japanese movie called Ringu, and then they adapted it for the States called Ring. The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably based on some legend in Japan that's real.
Okay.
That's all I got. I'd have to dig deeper.
Hmm.
But now
Fair.
we know that if you invoke her, and he points to the newspaper, you disappear, apparently.
So, that being said, he kind of looks at the paper and he kind of taps his fingers on it. We know of at least one young lady who has already disappeared from calling this phone number.
Yes.
Do you think this is safe?
No.
So what you're prepared to do about it, Scott?
I don't know. Like,
Do you think we should
okay,
just leave this? Just ignore it?
okay. And he takes off his reading glasses that he had on, and he starts tapping the one of the I don't know the technical term for it, but one of the parts that goes around your ear. He starts tapping it to his forehead. Someone took out an ad in the paper. First step would be to call the paper, find out if we can see who purchased the ad.
Uh-huh.
Beyond that, who knows? Maybe it just appeared in the paper because this is spooky. I'm not
Well,
an
don't
expert.
you think that the copywriter or whoever handles
ghosts.
well, don't you think that the copywriter or whoever handles the I happen to know a little bit about this, the negative that the newspaper is actually printed upon. There's not actually a copywriter anymore. They actually do it all through negatives. So don't you think, but there it is examined by someone before it's sent to print. Don't you think that that person would notice the
Unless they were bewitched.
Okay, fair.
It's step one. Like
But
I said,
don't you think someone at the newspaper would have noticed that there was an article that was not supposed to be there?
I don't know.
Do you think that maybe only certain people we should?
Like you have your people you can talk to.
Oh, this is true. This is true. But I'm just thinking, maybe only people like us could see it. But I don't know that much about the young
Okay,
lady
well then that would
from my
mean the
classroom.
young lady is one of us too, then.
Well, you know, that's entirely possible. Maybe she just had not. I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm in my mid 40s
Okay,
before
and
I.
and, and, and if she invoked it, that means she had someone she wanted to enact vengeance on. So someone else probably got.
Got. Listen to you. Change your name and you suddenly become all street.
I sometimes speak modern.
Mm. Sounded like something out of The Godfather
Okay,
Part Six.
okay,
He kind of shrugs. He like it's. You can tell he's kind of enjoying the fact that you're being all uh, gangsterish.
he's just giving you a blank look.
And he'll reach into his desk and pull out a package of regular cigarettes, and he'll light one, and then he'll walk over and you see him pull open the fire fire alarm and yank the battery out and put it back. Sit back down at his desk and smoke a cigarette. It's obvious he's done it more than once.
I guess they haven't upgraded the alarm system here. Make it tamper-proof.
Yeah, well, it's amazing what a couple of bucks to the janitorial staff will do for you. You want one? You'll kind of slide the pack towards him.
No, that's one vice I don't partake in.
Ah. Ah. After that, well, I felt I needed it.
And Casper downs the double that you poured him. And then he stands up. I'm taking a cab before you get me in any more trouble.
No. Hold on. You see him. He pulls out his phone, and you see him touches an app, and he'll touch a couple of things, and you're like, all right, your Uber will be here in a couple of minutes. It's the least I could do for bringing you over here, and
And summoning a Japanese ghost in front of us.
how was I supposed to know it was not some kid's prank?
You
You act
probably
like I
already
did this
called it. You
maliciously.
probably called it as soon as you read it.
I did not. Did that thing look, or pardon me, did she look like she knew me? That she'd spoken with me before?
Maybe you hung up. I don't know.
Alex gives him this, the really look. He's like, come on.
Really. And he starts walking to the door.
He smiles. Scott, well, I appreciate you coming over and catching up. We still have to go do that book tour we were talking about. I already got it set up. There's like 9 or 10 different estate sales that we could hit. I want to say it's coming up. Do you remember that? I told you to put it on your calendar.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And I promise I won't call any numbers,
Yes,
or at
please.
least not that are connected to
Yeah,
Ghosts of Vengeance, as far as I know.
yeah.
Fair?
Fair.
All right. All right. Next time it's your turn to buy the booze.
I was going to.
Yes, but Thunderbird is not a booze. I've been telling you that for
I I've got taste.
ever.
I've got taste.
Oh, well, everyone has taste, Casper. It's good taste that we need to work on.
And he opens the door and shakes his head and just walks out.
Good night.
He waves.
And after Casper leaves, Alex turns slowly to look upon Toasty. So you'll talk to him. Hours I sit here and try to talk to you. And you talk to Casper.
There is no response from the toaster.
That's right. That's right. I feel your shame and you feel me judging you. It's okay, Toasty. It's all right. I still love you. You're my best friend.
The little lever and the power cord droop slightly.
I still love you. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, Casper bursts in the room and he says, "By the way, I'm coming back to speak more with the toaster. I'm going to get this down."
Alex smiles. You're always welcome to come talk to Toasty. He seems to like you.
And he actually looks at the toaster and gives a thumbs up and then slowly backs into the door.
Alex smiles.
The little toaster lever will jiggle in a waving motion.
Oh, and Alex like, Casper, hold on. He'll walk over and he'll pick up the black pack of gum, and he'll toss it to well, he'll raise the black pack of gum and the Dragon Pepsi, and he'll look at Toasty and say, "Which one for Casper?"
Ping!
And then he'll look over at Casper.
Fluent.
Toasty says, I think he will like the gum.
The gum.
Alex tosses him the gum. Enjoy. Chew in good health.
Casper gives it a once over.
Judging by the black wrapper, I would say licorice.
Yeah,
Just a
probably.
guess.
But thank you. And then he leaves.
And Alex turns around and he'll pat Toasty and he'll walk over to his wall of books. Thumb through. And he'll find let's see. Does he have one? Let's see. He'll look through and he'll find a couple of books on ghosts in his collection, and he'll start thumbing through them, looking for the mentioning of the name or Japanese ghosts and customs and all those other things. But that will start to fade into the exit from our dear ST, unless she has something else for us.
Nope, that is all. Thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Living World of Darkness Street Magic.